Okay, so to celebrate Korean New Year's, I thought we could finally use these really pretty Dashik cookie molds that I got from Korea like years ago. Guess what? I found my Dashik mold. There was only one lady with it. There was a lot of people with the wooden molds, but none with the ones where you could push up the cookie mold. So I was able to only find it in one place. So Dashik was a really easy cookie that I learned to make in Korea. And really what it is they'll take either ground beans, ground seeds, ground nuts, ground grains, and they'll just toast it up to make sure that, you know, it's nice and fragrant and also cooked as well. And then they'll mix it with something like, typically the Koreans will use honey, but if you didn't have that or you don't eat that, you might want to use rice syrup or date syrup or, you know, like Lyle's golden syrup, as we have here. And I know some recipes mix like rice syrup with honey with some water so that it's a little bit more diluted. But when I learned the cookie in Korea, the lady just ended up using honey. And I know from a Manchi recipe, she used honey too. So really use the syrup that you have, and if you wanted to water it down, you can do that. So I'm gonna start cooking up some of the flour that I'm gonna be using. So just a couple minutes on like medium, maybe medium high, just to cook off that raw bean flavor. Okay, so now what I have is sesame. I have some glutinous rice flour that I toasted, and then also the mung bean powder. I used this one because I wanted to make a pink one, and I wasn't sure if the pink one was going to come out color-wise if I used buckwheat. So I have some beetroot powder. Super just chunky all the time. Okay, that's it. And then I'm gonna some ceremonial grade matcha. I'm hoping that it doesn't look that green. It's like kind of green, not really. I always try to trick you with the green. I swear they add something else to it. Okay, so let's try that first. Let's see how that looks. And then we'll keep this by itself. Kind of goes everywhere, huh? Do it until it's crumbly and you can press it into a cookie. Here, just a little bit of water to dissolve that green tea. Texturally, this one's a little bit different from the rice flour one, but again, as long as you can press it together, then it should work for the cookie. Sesame seeds, pinch of salt. I think this one will be my favorite. until it starts holding together into a dough. I'd say one of the reasons to argue for adding some liquid to the syrup is just that pure syrup can be really, really sweet. So yeah, actually, I would say maybe just play around with it, like add a little bit of honey, a little bit of syrup, and then a little bit of water, and just taste it. I think the salt makes a big difference because it can be so sweet. So adding that little bit of salt kind of makes it like actually quite addictive, which can be bad as well. I think what my lady person did was she put 2 chopsticks in between. That seems to really work. And then when we're done, we can pull out the chopsticks. I remember in Korea what my cooking teacher person did was she put just like a piece of plastic wrap on them. I'm not sure if that's going to affect like how good the imprint is, but we can try that. Really pretty. I think what I noticed about the doughs is that this one's the mung bean one, and it's drier, but it's also harder, and it's easier to it's not sticky. And so with the glutinous rice, that one was really kind of harder to work with, and it stuck to the sides. But this one that's a bit harder, it doesn't, and it makes the indentations a lot easier to form, and it just comes off much easier. So I think it's kind of dough dependent. So it would be interesting to see, like, I think the sesame one, it's in between. I think it's okay. Should be okay anyways. So taste-wise, some of them were quite sweet, but I watered some of them down so that it was lightly sweet. Texturally, I really liked the sesame ones because you could really kind of taste like it was like a little bit gritty. The mung beans were a little bit as well. Like I like that you could taste the texture of it. And yeah, it was kind of like a Lara bar type thing, you know, like date kind of soft. It was good though. It was good. I would definitely do the sesame one more in the future, and then maybe like play around with some other nuts and seeds. I think that that might be nice too. And then, you know, different flavorings, that might be nice too. Lot to play around with there. So I hope you all enjoyed these Dashik cookies and the Dashik cookie molds. And if you want to support the channel does have a Patreon, so head on over there. I'll put the link down below in the description box. It definitely does help a lot, and I will see you all again next time. Okay, bye.